Alright, what's going on, Slime? Welcome back to some more Modern Warfare 3. So today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to go through a class setup for every single sniper. Yes, every single sniper. Since, we're probably not going to get another DLC sniper within the next season, I'm just going to go through my, final class setups for every sniper inside of this game, including the MW2 snipers as well. So just share this video with a friend if they're newer to sniping, or if you just want to change up some classes, just watch the video. I'll have some extra classes at the end where it's just like a bit more unique classes if you're tired of using the basic speedy builds. And also, before the video starts, if you're new, subscribe. We upload every single day here, a variety of content, everything COD for sniping, reg gunning, zombies, everything like that. I'm working on a more longer form MW3 zombies video at the moment, so look out for that. And yeah, if you guys want more content like this, just subscribe or, drop a like and leave a comment. So the first sniper we're going to go into is probably my favorite sniper. It's tied between this and the Moors. One of my favorite snipers here, the XRK Stalker. For this class setup, I run the SL Razorhawk Laser Light. The Lachman Impact. I alternate in between this and the SPX. Both of these scopes, I would say, are very good. The only thing that I kind of dislike about the Lachman Impact compared to the SPX is this is a 6.6 magnification. Well, it's a toggle, but whatever. And this is a 9.5. I also don't really like the reticle. I know you could get a wood walls variant for the SPR, I think, which would give you a reticle closer to this one here that's on the SPX scope, but I didn't get that, so I'm stuck with this reticle. Not the worst thing in the world. I also run the XRK Stalker Light Bolt, so that way we have faster rechambering speed. This brings it all the way up to 75 rounds per minute for our rate of fire, and rechambering time is 1133 milliseconds, so not too bad at all. I also run the 7-round mag, as it gives us, an extra 3 rounds, which is very useful if you're going for clips or just kills or anything with a sniper, really. Now, you could run this, just run 5 rounds, because it does make it so you have better movement speed, aim down sight speed, reload quickness, sprint to fire, but this doesn't really affect it too much. The aim down sight speed is still going to be 556 milliseconds, which I personally don't find that bad. However, if you don't want to run it like this, you could take that off, go over here, put on the handler short barrel if you wanted, and that will end up getting it all the way to 472 milliseconds, which is quite a bit faster. So if you don't want to run the 7-round mag, this is what it will look like for your aim down sight speed. However, me personally, I like to have a few more bullets. Kind of feels like sniping an OG COD. So I like to have a few extra bullets, in my opinion. Just makes it a bit better, and you can't really tell the difference too much for the aim down sight speed. And then for the final attachment here, I do run the 50 cal armor piercing, because if you didn't know, you don't need this anymore, actually, to do KATT-AMR. This is technically, like, the strongest quick-scoping sniper in the game right now, due to the fact that they made it so you can one-shot literally everywhere, including, like, the toes. You can one-shot someone in the foot. Obviously, you can't shoot the mannequins in the foot, but you can shoot them in the leg here. That's a one-shot. All the way at 50 meters. It hit marks because I'm not running a longer barrel. But everything up to 25 meters is going to end up... Everything up to 25 meters and like up to 30, as a matter of fact, is going to one-shot in the feet. It's going to one-shot in the calves. So if you're not having too good of a time with your centering or your shots off, this thing will help you out quite a bit just running this gun in general. You can also hit up to a 5-man, I think, if they're running at you without 50 cal armor piercing, but I like to run armor piercing just that way I know I'm getting the KATT. If a triple lines up, I know for a fact I'm going to get that trip. And I'll just show my perks and stuff like that one time, since they're the same with all my classes. I run the engineer vest, the knife, just any knife. I alternate between this, the karambit, sometimes I use the soul render, just everything. I run stims. Since we have the engineer vest, we have 2 stims. I run a throwing knife, tactical insert. If you want, you could swap out tac insert for munitions box, but in case I get derail or something, I like to run the tac insert. That way I can be at the spawn as quick as possible. We also have marksman gloves, covert sneakers, EOD, and tac mask, because I play a lot of 10v10, and playing 10v10 without EOD or tac mask, you're absolutely trolling yourself. You're going to get absolutely demolished if you're not running EOD for sure. Tac mask, you could, if you wanted, swap it out for like the ghost camo for ghost or for quick fix. But next sniper here, we have the absolute cheese class, okay? This is probably the cheesiest sniper build I've ever used in a game, as a matter of fact. This is very cheesy, very easy to drop a nuke with, or an MGB, I guess, or whatever. It's, of course, the Longbow. The Longbow is definitely harder to use now, but it's definitely, at least on controller, I know mouse and keyboard, it's probably not as good, I guess, maybe, but on controller, this thing is cheesy. If you want to hit a multi, this is your gun. Now, they did nerf the rate of fire. They also nerfed aim assist. It's now sniper aim assist and stuff like that. But this thing still slaps. If you're going up someone using a traditional sniper like the XRK Stalker or even the Moors, you're most likely going to hit them and just murder them. We're going to run the HM Res mod suppressor, which gives us a bit better bullet velocity. We're also going to run the DR6 hand stop, the SL Razorhawk laser light, the no stock, and then we're going to run the conversion kit for the Longbow here just because it makes it so much better. We're going to end up running the Jack Tyrant 762 kit. Next, we're going to go over here to the MCPR. This thing is a beauty, especially with that 10-round standard mag. Could put on 5-round mag, but in my opinion, 10 rounds is just where it's at. I run the 17.5 Orca barrel, the Razorhawk laser light, the Lochman Impact 9, the FSS Merc stock, and then I run the Cronin smooth bolt, just so I can have that extra rechambering speed. Aimed on sight speed, 507 milliseconds. That's quicker than our XRK stock. Now, these aren't in any certain order from best to worst or anything like that. I'm just doing them as we please. Feel free to skip through the video and find a certain gun if you want to use a certain gun. But this is the newest sniper, the Barrett 50 cal, the RPK conversion kit. So obviously we're running the Jack Cataclysm, the conversion kit. And then we're going to run the True Tac Grip, which gives us sprint fire speed and aim down sight speed. The HMW20 optic, which makes us take a pretty big hit to the aim down sight speed, but I just prefer this scope. You can actually kill people at long range with it. SL Razorhawk laser light, which I run on almost every sniper. And the SL Skeletal vertical grip. Next is the KATT-AMR. Pretty slow sniper, but a very powerful sniper. This is the class setup I mainly use inside of respawn mode. When I'm using it in search, the only thing I switch out is I take off the 7-round mag and I end up putting on the shorter barrel here for some better aim down sight speed. Makes it so it's at least a little faster, especially if you're going to be playing search and destroy, which this is probably one of the best snipers to use in that, in my opinion at least. But when I'm using it in respawn, I run the 7-round mag just so that way, you know, I can go in, don't have to run it in a swap class or anything, and I have 7 fucking rounds. I run the SL Razorhawk laser light, Lochman Impact 9, tactical stock pad, the ephemeral quick bolt, the quick bolt on this thing for extra rechambering speed, and the 7-round mag. Now we're going on to the SPX 80, which honestly, if you wanted to, you could take off the Lochman Impact, end up throwing on the 8-round mag. You could do that if you want, and you want to use the SPX scope, which I kind of alternate between the two, as I said, and it's still pretty fast while running the 8-round mag and the normal SPX scope, but I recently have been preferring to run the Lochman Impact Pro 9, or Lochman Impact 9, whatever, on this thing, just because it's really night and day difference. It's so much smoother running this scope. It's still really fast. The only downgrade is the fact that you have 5 bullets, but reload animation really is not that bad. You can just reload or pick up a gun, get a swap class, or pick up, you know, get a pickup clip, just something like that. I'm running the SL Razorhawk laser light. You might be seeing a pattern. Lochman Impact 9, the PVZ 890 tac stock, Schlager match grip, and the FSS ST87 bolt, the quick bolt. Okay, this here is my regular Moors build. This thing is beautiful in search, beautiful in respawn, which is what I mainly use it for. This thing basically has an infinite round mag. Since you have to reload after every bullet, this thing basically has just an infinite mag. I run the Downfall Light Barrel, the HVP Anti-Material Slug, which is basically armor piercing on this, the Moore's Hexer Optic. Now, you could either run the Moore's Hexer Optic, or you could also end up running one of these optics over here. I'm trying to remember which one. The X10 Intless AS7, which ends up having a laser in it as well. This thing has pretty good stability. It's also a 9x zoom. I personally switch between these two, but recently I've been having a lot of fun and a lot of success running the Hexer Optic just because. I don't know. It's just really whatever I'm feeling that day. I also run the Icarus Light Stock and the Quick Bolt as well. Now, the reason for the optic is due to the fact that the base scope, here, I'll show you guys real quick. The base scope has a lot of movement sway. So I just run the Moore's Hexer Optic or the Intless sight, like I told you before. This is the first class where I'm actually going to end up changing out a piece of equipment. I don't run tac mask. Instead, I run the mag holster. It's necessary on this thing. If you're on controller, so you can't do the keyboard and mouse method where you run mag holster, but every time you shoot, you press R at the exact same time to reload, or whatever your reload button is on mouse and keyboard. If you're on controller, mag holster is absolutely needed because it speeds up the rate of fire on this thing immensely. Next, we have my absolute baby, the Intervention. Running the Intervention in this game on the OG MW2 maps. It's absolutely fucking beautiful, dude. I don't know what else to tell you. It is beautiful doing that. On the Intervention, I run the Launchpin Impact 9. Again, you could swap this out for the SPX if you want, or whatever sight you like best. The FJX Kilo Tac, the FJX Blast, the 7-round mag, as there is no 10-round mag. It's weird, too. I swear there was like a 10 or a 9-round mag inside of MW2, but for some reason in this game, there's only a 7-round mag. I have no idea why, but that's just how they decided to do it, I guess. And then I run the armor piercing so I can hit KATT-AMR. Now we're getting into the less conventional snipers that not many people use. I did a video on this thing recently. It's the Karrack, okay? The Karrack, I would not recommend using this thing because, well, as you can see, I'm going to shoot him dead center chest, 50 meters or feet, whatever it is. It's not one-shotting. Even all the way up here, that is the only time you will get one shot, is if they're within 10 meters. And you have to be aiming upper chest. I'm going to aim middle chest. For the class for this, if you dare use this thing, is the Shadow Strike Suppressor. You could swap this out, I guess, for the, where is it? You could swap this out for, like, the Talon 16 or some sort of Velocity. Like the, you could swap it out for this here, the Sonic Suppressor. But even using the Sonic Suppressor, it, I actually haven't tried it on this. Yeah, nope, still does not do that. All it does is it makes the recoil a bit better, and it slows down your aim down sight speed, which already isn't the best on this thing, but it's not the slowest, I guess. It might make it so your one-shot range to the head is a bit further. I just run the Shadow Strike, but you can run the Sonic Suppressor if you want. 10-round mag, because this thing originally only has 6 rounds. You could run the 15-round mag, but there's not really a point to it. The Engage 20 grip for extra aim down sight speed, the Lex V14 stock, and the Koryo Eagle Eye 2.5x. The reason why I run this optic is because I find it easier to hit headshots consistently with it. Whatever scope you have the best headshot aim with, use that one. Next up here, we actually do have the KV inhibitor. This thing is basically, it's a Dragunov, okay? So it's a bit of a weirder gun. I don't use it all that much. It is a Dragunov, which is why I don't use it all that much, but nonetheless, you know, if you're willing to use the Karrack, you should be willing to use the fucking KV inhibitor, I would assume. This thing has a really long one-shot range to the upper chest. It's definitely a good, spammy semi-auto sniper, that's for sure. I run the Kastovia Jack 40 barrel for aim down sight speed, SL Razorhawk Laser Light for aim down sight speed, Launchman Impact 9 scope, because I don't really like the base scope, Ivanov Wood stock for aim down sight speed, and the Ivanov ST70 grip for firing aim stability, but mainly aiming idle sway, because this thing has quite a bit of that. Here we have the Signal 50. Now, the Signal 50 is definitely a unique sniper, and my build on it is even, you know, weirder compared to the other builds I run. On this sniper, I actually end up running the Thermal, because it reminds me of the Lynx from Call of Duty Ghost. I don't know how many of you actually played Call of Duty Ghost, let alone sniped in it, but it reminds me of the Lynx from Call of Duty Ghost, so that's why I run this Thermal optic here. I run the SL Razorhawk Laser Light, the TOS Nightfall 2.5X thermal scope. Of course, you can run the Lodgman Impact or whatever if you want to. The SD inline stock for aim down sight speed, SA finesse grip for aim down sight speed, and the 7-round mag for 7 rounds. Next up, we have the L115 or L113 if you want in this game. It's from MW2, so again, it does have that weirder handling, which is why I run the Impact 9 scope on it, just so that way the handling feels a bit better. But for this weapon, I do run the Kimura RYL33 laser light for aim down sight speed, Lockman Impact 9 for smoother handling, the XRK Riser 50 for aim down sight speed, the Bruin Q900 grip for aim down sight speed, and the 50 cal armor piercing for that little bit of extra bullet penetration, so we can actually end up hitting a triple or a 4-in-1. Now for technically our last actual sniper in this game, we are going to be using the LAB, which is actually probably one of the best looking in the kill feed weapons in this game, and also just very satisfying to use, especially with this build here where I run the SL Razorhawk laser light, the ZLR T70 pad extension for aim down sight speed, FSS bolt for the extra bolt speed, the 8-round mag since I'm not running this in a swap class, and the armor piercing so that way you can end up actually hitting more collats with this thing. Now for the final sniper inside of this game that we have a class for, it's going to end up being the Kar98K. It's technically a marksman rifle, but come on, it's got a bolt action. It's a sniper, it has sniper aim assist even. It used to have marksman rifle aim assist, which was completely overpowered, but now it's got sniper aim assist, okay? This thing is a sniper. Prove me wrong. Over here, we run the SL Razorhawk laser light, the range color V3.4 optic, which is the OG Kar98 optic for this thing. The recon sling for flinch resistance, because like I said, the flinch is terrible, but with this build, it's not really that bad in this game. We run the mono rounds instead of the armor piercing, because for some reason, the mono rounds compared to the armor piercing on this thing can hit way more people in a collat. Now for the last setup, this is just a little bit of an extra setup in case, you know, you want to use something different. This is the Moors, but with the Moors dot sight. All of the same attachments as my last Moors build, but it has a dot sight on it. That's literally the only difference. It's basically like you're using the iron sight Moors from Advanced Warfare, but better, because the Advanced Warfare iron sights for the Moors were absolutely dog shit. They were terrible. But, you know, that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We upload every single day here, a variety of content. We cover everything sniping, rag gunning, all that stuff for Call of Duty. We also upload Elden Ring. I still have a World at War veteran campaign playthrough I gotta finish. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, especially with Black Ops 6 and the Silent Hill 2 remake. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe. We upload every single day. If you want more content like this, leave a like and leave a comment down below. Tell me which one of these class steps, if you use any of them, is your favorite. And, yeah, it's been Sly. I'll see you guys in the next video.